Young Turks brought to you by Busted Tees. Go to bustedtees.com and enter promo code YoungTurks to get 10% off your order.
Canada held elections, and they proved to be somewhat disastrous. The Conservatives have won. Not only have they won a clean majority. They needed 155. They got 165. Disaster. So Stephen Harper continues to be Prime Minister, but now this time around he will be unchecked. Canada, good luck to you. Now, why do I say that? Because Harper is a questionable dude. Let me give you some of the things for those of you not familiar with what's going on in Canada. First of all, with the press, he limited them greatly. He would say, all right, every day you guys get to ask 4 questions and that's it. It's not like I'm the leader in a democracy. I'm going to limit the number of questions. By the way, did they always get 4 answers? No. Sad day for you. You give me the 4 questions, I'll do whatever I like with them. Second of all, he shut down Parliament on several occasions because he wanted to avoid political embarrassment. Again, lovely way to handle a democracy. And then some people that had complained, leaders in quasi-independent government agencies, according to the New York Times, found themselves all of a sudden out of a job when they disagreed with Stephen Harper. Funny how that works. And finally, his government was found in contempt of Parliament for not turning over accurate cost figures for several government programs. So you have that to look forward to coming up in Canada. So, well, what happened? Well, one of the things that happened was that the Liberal Party disintegrated. For the first time since Canada was formed in 1867, or it became a nation, the Liberals came in third. They went from 77 seats to all the way down to 35. Disaster. The separatist movement in Quebec, also disastrous disintegration. They're down to 2 seats. They had far more than that over in the last election. The Green Party's back on the board. Will you look at that? In fact, it's the first time they're on the board. They got their first person elected to the Canadian Parliament. And look at this, all these different parties. Isn't it great not to have a 2-party system? And that's what people tell us all the time here in the United States. And you know what I always say? I say, no, it's not great. I've seen parliamentary systems all across the world, Israel, Turkey, etc., and they don't work well. And so I'm not in favor of a third party. Why? Because what happened here? You know that Harper only got 40% of the vote, but the 2 main liberal parties split the vote. So who's the other party involved? It's called the New Democratic Party. And they had huge gains. They went from 45 seats to 105 seats. 45 was their previous record. Now it's 105. So they did great. Fantastic. Who cares? You guys split the vote, and the guy with 40% of the vote won. And now he thinks he's king of the world. This guy sounds like Bush. I got a mandate. You better step aside, and if you don't like it, I'll shut down Parliament. And that's what was his tricks before he had the clear majority. I'm worried about what he's going to do afterwards. So, look, there's got to be a better way. People make a good case for voting in layers so that you get a final election that gives a clear choice to the people of that country, whether it's Canada or America. And look, I don't love our 2-party system here because you got the Republicans and you got Republicans light, which is the Democrats. And I'm incredibly frustrated by it. That's why I always say run primaries against the Democrats. And so I'm totally open to other voting methodologies, right? And if you want to have open voting in the first round and in the second round, the 2 top vote getters go head to head, sure. I think that's a very valid idea. But when you do the parliamentary system, look at in Turkey, the religious parties win. Why? Everybody splits up the vote. It's even worse. There's like 8, 12 different parties who get like 3.5% each. And who's the one guys who always stay together? The religious people. Because they vote like robots. And they do it in America, they do it here in Turkey. It doesn't matter. They vote the same way every time. They're like, who does God tell us to vote for? And then they go and vote in that direction. And then they are able to gain leverage enough. They don't have a majority, but gain leverage enough to usually form a government. So, and look, how many right-wing governments have we had in Israel? It's a significant problem, if you ask me. And it's discouraging that Canada, which has been a solidly progressive country for a long time, is now headed in a more conservative direction. You don't see how it worked out for America? What are you doing? You're going the wrong way. Turn around. The only thing encouraging is this new Democratic Party gaining such strength and momentum. We hope that that continues. All right, by the way, did you know in Canada the Liberals are red and the Conservatives are blue? That doesn't make any sense. You got it backwards. Switch it around, okay? Just a little word to the wise. Just trying to help a brother out.
If you're looking for a cool t-shirt, all you have to do is go to bustedtees.com. Pop culture, politics, science fiction, some of their t-shirts have been featured in movies like Knocked Up and in television shows like Scrubs. Their shirts are made in the United States and they're sweatshop free. So if you want to pick up one of these snazzy tees, all you have to do is go to bustedtees.com, enter promo code YOUNGTURKS, and you get 10% off your order.